Good morning, I'm Sarah. What's your name?
My name is Linh.
And let's start with part 1. How many languages can you speak?
I can speak 3 languages, Vietnamese, English, and a bit of Chinese. I have been learning English for almost all my life, but I just started getting Chinese lessons about 3 months ago.
What do you remember about learning languages at school?
I could hardly forget how fun and enjoyable my English classes were. My friend said I had a natural talent for English, and I find it not difficult at all learning vocabulary by heart. I'm thankful for everything I've learned in school.
And now it's time for part 2. Today I'd like you to describe a website that you bought something from. I'll give you 1 minute to think first.
All right.
Time's up. Would you start speaking now, please?
Today I'm going to tell you about Shopee.vn, which is a website I have bought a lot of stuff from. Shopee is one of the most popular online retailers in Vietnam, and its website has been widely used and favored by millions of users. It is very famous for the super fast delivery service and a variety of authentic products, which with very reasonable prices as well. Their diverse products range from clothes to household items. I have bought dozens of things on Shopee and never once did I feel disappointed. So last month, I decided to buy a dining room set as a gift for my mom. Normally, I would go to the furniture store to properly examine the table and also the chairs before deciding to buy them or not. But this time, I made up my mind and tried to buy an expensive product online to see how it would turn out to be. And I chose Shopee because the price on the website was 2 million VND lower than in store. The process of purchasing was very simple as I could pay through online transaction, which was super convenient. And the set was delivered right on the next day with no breakage or errors at all. Of course, I and my mom were absolutely satisfied with the product and also the services. I think I have become a huge fan of Shopee.
And now part 3. What kinds of things do people in your country often buy from online shops?
Generally speaking, Vietnamese love buying clothes, accessories and decoration items online. These kinds of products are mainly imported from China and sold at very reasonable prices, usually with discounts too. Another reason is that customers can also choose from various types of products.
What are some possible disadvantages of buying things from online shops?
Doing online shopping definitely has its pros and cons. The first disadvantage is that you can't actually touch the products to know whether they're good value for money or fit for purpose or not. Another minus point is if you have a problem with a purchase, you cannot just simply go back to the store and make a complaint. I know some cases where unsatisfied customers were blocked from the shop and they could not contact them. So giving feedback or demanding a refund was nearly impossible.
Thank you very much. We're finished today.
Okay, thank you.
She did very well, delivered lots of ideas clearly and in an organized fashion. The fluency was quite smooth overall, I would say, and she did use phrases to introduce what she was saying, to set up her ideas. One example I noted was the phrase generally speaking, so this really helped organize her response. Her vocabulary was pretty much used naturally and effortlessly throughout. She had a couple phrases I noted, words that collocated well together, like reasonable prices. So rather than just saying cheap prices, she said reasonable prices, and good value for money. And her grammar were used mostly in error-free fashion. Very few mistakes were noted. Maybe there was one where she said, I could hardly forget, but since she's speaking in the present about being unable to forget, I might suggest using I can hardly forget, and then switching to past tense. For pronunciation, everything could be understood clearly, only a couple minor maybe notes about stress. So for the word retailers, placing that stress on the first syllable, and examine, stress on the second syllable, and then just watching the vowel pronunciation for pros and cons. Well done overall, nicely delivered response.